Hello everybody, Chop Spec here with some more Gold Rush for you. So, in the last episode we got cranking on our tier 2. Got our wee hose connectors here. So pretty much today is much of the same. Loan payments gone out. Was planning on employing a broker today, but I've spent a bit too much money off screen. Ended up getting us the fuel trailer just to save mucking about with the jerry cans and filling it up, so that's a couple of grand there. So yeah, today will be pretty much more of the same, bit more digging. Got a reasonable hole at the moment. Just filling our buckets up and carrying on as per usual. I'll just get that bucket there for our magnetite. Trailer's over there, ready to go. So we'll fire up our pump and generator and get digging. Work our way to our riches. So everything should be working properly. Seems to be. And we'll get ourselves a reasonable few here. There we go. That one will do. So anyway, in this video here I thought I'd talk a bit about making videos of your gameplay. I've had a few people asking me about it on the best way to go about is. Apparently that's already full when it's why isn't that broken? There we go. Forgot to plug it in. It's good to go though. So yeah, I've had a few people asking me about making videos on that. Sweet disclaimer, I'm by no means an expert on the meta. In fact, I'm a complete amateur at it. I'm still learning every day, or every time I make one. Yes, there's always something that seems to crop up to throw a spanner in the works. But yeah, if you want to start doing it, it is quite an enjoyable hobby to get into. If you're going to do it for YouTube and that, you know, your biggest thing is going to be time. It's always the issue I've got. But you don't have to spend massive amounts of money doing it either. You know, most of us will already have a PC as a general rule. So that's always a good start. And if you have a headset with a microphone attached to it, then you've already got your microphone. You don't need to go out spending, you know, a couple $100 on a fancy one at all. Though the fancy one is nice and makes things a bit more comfortable. But all your software and everything you'll just get for free for when you're starting out. You don't have to go paying for it. So when I first started doing my videos, my audio was captured with a program called Audacity. It's a really good audio program for doing your commentary recordings, and you can even do multi-track and capture your gameplay audio as well if you wish, which is what I normally do. To this day I still do that. but of course the first thing you're going to need is something to capture your gameplay video with. And if you've got an NVIDIA graphics card, with a GTX graphics card, then if you get NVIDIA's Geforce Experience program, just download it off the website, and that is what I use to record all my gameplay with. It's completely free and does a really good job. It's real simple, real easy to use. If you don't have the NVIDIA card, or if you have an older one or something, then likes of OBS or Open Broadcast software, it's completely free as well, and it's a really good program. And if you're planning on doing like some Twitch streams, that sort of thing, then you're actually better off using something like OBS as opposed to the Geforce Experience, as it gives you a lot more features and a lot more options than what Geforce will. And it does a really good job. The best part is it's not going to text your system or anything either. So one of the big things when you're doing your videos is there's no point in making a video without any commentary, I reckon, because no one's really going to want to just sit there and watch you play a game and not really talking about it. So having the commentary is a real good feature. And like I say, if you got a headset mic, which is what I first started using, then you've already got your microphone, so you're good to go with that. And using Audacity, looks like a lot of people still use it. Even once they're fully set up, it is a really good program for it. And editing your videos and that, you know, you've got quite a few options online, or free ones. There's well, what I originally started using was a program called Shotcut, and like I said, it's quite a good program and everything. The biggest issue I had is file size. Like I said, this is, I'd say it's the issue with all the free ones, is when you've rendered your video, after you've done all your editing and everything, is your file will end up quite large. Like so, some of my ones were getting up like 12 gig for a video, half an hour video, and space on my hard drive didn't really worry me with that. But the issue was, it takes a very long time to upload 12 gigabytes. It doesn't take too long to download it, but it took a very long time to upload.
I can put a light bulb in your bathroom.
Hey?
Can you put a light bulb in your bathroom?
Yeah, after I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is something to be wary of. So these days I use Adobe. I've got Adobe Premiere, and I use Adobe Audition for my audio. Both of them work real well for me. One thing to be mindful of, every video you're going to end up having some technical issue, and you're going to be scratching your head and pulling your hair out, going what's going on. So one of the latest issues I seem to have is doing all my recording and everything, and then when I play back a preview in Premiere, it's zoomed right in on the screen, and what it simply is for some reason it hasn't brought it in as a 1080p resolution. It's scaled it differently for some reason. I don't know why it does that. So I've got to go in and change the scaling settings so it's 1080p to get it to the right setting. And there's one of my Eurotrack videos. I had this huge hair pulling out moment where I'd get all my commentary lined up at the very beginning of the video, and then I'd sort of scroll through and preview bits and pieces of it, and I found by the end of the video my commentary was upwards of 5 seconds out. So the video was finished and my commentary was still going. And for some reason what was happening is, in that particular one I had 2 ferry crossings. And when I'd done the loading screen and the ferries, for some reason the video, when it went into Premiere, would skip a fair chunk. So it didn't match up after the ferry crossing, which was a bit of a pain. And of course when I was pulling my hair out over this, I watched a few YouTube videos and they all said, it's all because of a syncing issue, your frame rate wasn't constant and all this, and to download a program called Handbrake and try that, put it through that to get a constant frame rate. So I did that and had, while we're using that program, I had a few more hair pulling moments because my computer kept freezing up or crashing, which was simply because I was trying to use too many cores with my processor, and the program itself didn't really allow for it, which was a bit of a pain. So I had to shut down cores on my processor so I could do it. And I tried it several times and it still didn't fix the problem. And another solution was to download another program called QuickTime and start the video up in that, and it'll sync it and then open it up in Premiere and should be all honky-dory. Tried that as well and that also didn't work. And it wasn't until I really started playing around with it and looking at it and that I discovered that where it was happening was in these particular loading sections on the boats. And I got lucky because I wasn't actually talking in that during that particular part, so I was able to cut out my commentary or cut out the video on that loading section and bring everything back into the line. So you're going to have moments like that when you're doing your videos. It's all part of it. For your intros, there's a free website. It's called Postize. All this I'll try and remember to put links in below for you. But yeah, that Postize, that's what I use for mine. And it's got all the music and everything there and templates and stuff, and it's a really good simple way just to get started with an intro and an outro if you want, like I've got. Thumbnails, same deal, if you're able to use your screenshots of Steam or even with the Geforce Experience and that to get yourself started with your screenshots. And if you don't have likes of Photoshop, you can use another free site called Pixlr, which is quite a good one. It's basically a free Photoshop. Doesn't have all the features of Photoshop and that, but does the job. And with all that, you're actually good to go. Now if you're wanting to do your multi-tracks, if you're wanting to record your commentary and your gameplay in your same software, then I do actually recommend checking out a program called Voice Meter Banana. So it basically allows you to put all your audio through what's like a virtual mixer, which is what I use, and it does work really well. There's a heap of videos on YouTube about it. And if you're into your multiplayer games, and you know, if you play farming sim with your friends and that, and you use the likes of Skype or Discord and that sort of thing, you can get another piece to go with their program called the Voice Meter Virtual Cable, and you can put the audio from your mates through that into your Voice Meter Banana and create a secondary track to record, if you so wish. Like I said, it is a really good program, completely free. You can do a donation. I keep meaning to do one because I use it a lot. And if you do a donation, they'll give you another 2 cables, virtual cables, for free. Well, not so much for free because you're donating for it. But it is really, really recommended. So, that's our 3 buckets anyway. So, one thing I will say, you know, if you're planning on doing these videos for YouTube and thinking you're going to make, my rock stuck there, make lots of money out of doing it, then, and if that's your sole purpose for doing these videos, then don't bother wasting your time, because quite frankly you won't make lots of money out of it. Be perfectly honest with you, because like I say, you got big YouTubers and that do it for a living. Oh shit. Well, there was a bit of a mistake there. Oh no, that's alright. I was thinking I'd made a mistake and lost all their gold, but we're actually alright. The bucket I didn't have the bucket in the dirt section. It's a bit of a lucky save, really. Yeah, so you're not going to make, well, if you do happen to strike a lucky and make money, then big ups to you, but the likelihood is you won't. It's a very flooded marketplace these days, and you've got to have sort of tip the bucket in there. Have something really different and really special to offer the viewers to make it big, really, to get to that level. Stop spazzing out. So your best way of looking at it is do it as a hobby and enjoy it, really, because it is quite an enjoyable thing to do. You know, that's why I don't stress out about getting a video out every day and all that sort of thing these days. You know, I'll do one when I can. It's simply a matter of when I get a chance, when I get time, as to when I do one. And I'm finding Gold Rush is actually a really good one for the videos, because there's not a huge amount of setup to do for it, and you can just plug away at it. It's a fairly grindy sort of game. But yeah, I do recommend giving it a shot if you got the chance. You know, you don't need a big powerful system or anything. The one I had originally was a i5, processor. Where's the generator? Turn that off. You know, I've got 16 gigs of RAM. And still do. I have upgraded it to a Ryzen 7. But then I'm also planning on building the missus a system of her own. Man, I've been spilling some dirt around here. So, yeah, if you want to have a shot at it, have a shot at it. There's nothing actually holding you back. If you're wanting to do console gameplay, you know, there is a bit of an extra expense there to do a real good quality video. You know, you've got to look at buying a capture card for your PC. Doesn't have to be an internal one, you know, you just get the external one to plug in. And most people seem to recommend one called Elgato, I think it is, which apparently works really well. So if you're wanting commentary with your console videos, that's the best way to do about it. But yes, she is definitely something worth having a crack at. So I'll try and remember to link those other sites and that down below, and probably have further discussion on this in upcoming episodes, because I need something to talk about when I'm digging big holes, because we've got a long way to go before we get up to that tier 3. Actually, while I'm here, we'll have a quick squiz at how much we've got left in our loan, because we may end up just borrowing some money to at least get us partway started. Anyway, once we got some workers working, we'll be pretty right. Beauty is with this new update, we can pay off the loan. Yeah, but not for a bit, because there's a fair bit there. Unfortunately, like I said, you can pay the loan off sooner if you got the money for it, but you can't pay off a certain amount of it. Oh, we got a spare bucket there. We might as well take that with us back down there. Gives us another one to fill up. Give us a bit more gold each dig. So yes, anyway folks, we'll probably call it quits here. And until next time, you all have a happy day and happy mining.